Hey guys, it's your buddy, your pal, it's the IT Collector, and today we're going to be doing a review on the Micro Galaxy Squadron line. And today specifically, we're going to be doing the Boonta Eve Battle Pack. I actually didn't know that was the name. I was going to call it Anakin's Podracer and Sebulba's Podracer. But what's special about this review today is I'm going to compare it to the Action Fleet series that has the same two pod racers. I am going to open this guy up and show you the detail between the two and the size difference or the scale. And if you're not familiar with the Action Fleet line, this came out in the early 2000s. I believe it's by Galoob Micro Machines, had a part in it, and that was a really big line back then. This one is kind of replacing it. It's similar in scale, but this one's going to have a lot more ships, vehicles, even characters because it's more current. So it's going to include all the series that came out and the prequels that or sequels that came out also. This is mainly the original trilogy and the sequels, prequels. There you go. Anywho, I'm getting confused, so let's just start this review. So let's open it up and take a look. So now that we got it out of the box, I just wanted to show you the back of the box. You can see right here you have the blueprints of both of the pod racers, Sebulba's and Anakins. And I don't know if anybody collects those, but they're called blueprints. You can see there. Um, I don't know if anybody collects them, like I mentioned, but it's still something that they do offer, which is kind of neat. There's not too much regarding the back of the box or what details there are. Basically, it just shows that that opens up on Anakins and that you can disconnect there, which I'll show you shortly. So here they both are out of the box. You can see the Sebulba's is bigger, as you know, just like in the movie. Here's a better view of the engines from the front. You can see it has electricity in the middle. Of course, it comes with the characters, which I'll show you in a second. This is the back of it, back of those engines. And as you saw in the box, it disconnects right here in the middle, has the little balls that you can pull out. So you can mimic it disconnecting like it did during the movie. There's that one, and then Anakin's pod racer, famous pod racer. Same thing with the electricity. Here's the side view. Here's a detailed look of the engines. They actually did a pretty good job there. Here's underneath. Let me do the underneath on Sebulba's in a second. There's the distinct colors that you guys remember from his pod racer. And actually, let me show you. They talk about this being able to move. It does. And it just broke. No, it just popped off. So anyways, those can be moved. Let me just show the bottom of Sebulba's engines here just so you can see that. Each one comes with a display stand, which is actually kind of cool. It's not very focused there. It's not very common in these micro galaxy squadrons, but they don't want it to look, sagging down like that. So let me show you that in a second. Now that I put this back on, that's it opening at its max. The engine parts that move, but it's pretty. The whole thing can move like this. As you can see, remember how loose they were in the actual movie. They can move, and again, these can pop out right here at these joints, if you will, right there. Just a circle. I don't want to break it. One of them was already popped out earlier. There it goes. So there you go. There's a perfect example of how it goes. Push that in, and we're back in business. So each one comes with these plastic stands. So that's kind of cool. There's grooves on each one. You could see there and there. So we'll fit that in there and there. So there you go. There's the Bulbas, and let me do Anakin that has the same grooves. And okay, so now you have these ready for display. Have them head on or side by side. So one thing I do want to compare is you can see that each one is the scale is totally different. Obviously, they're huge. Or at least Sebulba's is huge compared to Anakin. So I also have the Micro Galaxy Squadron one that I'm going to show you right now. This one right here is the Action Fleet from 2000 era, and this is the Micro Galaxy Squadron. So you can see there's a big size difference between the two. Um, but this is pretty well done itself. Let's take a look at it. This one comes already with this stand right here. As you can see, you can pull it apart, but it's clear, so it's not that noticeable. It doesn't really cheapen the look. But let's take a look at the engines. As you can see, these flaps are movable like that, but they are huge in comparison to the Micro Galaxy Squadron line. So look at the engine detail there. Here's underneath. See how this has wheels here? And here is his actual cockpit, if you will. With him in there, you see the paint job. And let me get a good close-up of him. And there he is with his famous goggles. And I'm going to show you how he is with the Micro Galaxy Squadron. But you can see it's a definitely size difference. That is because Action Fleet is usually just one size, one scale, one size fits all, if you will. But you can see the difference there. Just so you know exactly, this is about 5.5 inches or 5 inches, and then the Action Fleet one is 7 inches long. 7 inches long. So that is 2 inches bigger. And then let's compare Sebulba's now. So they are actually almost identical in size. You could see a nice good shot of them right here. This. The front's different little bit color scheme. The Micro Galaxy Squadron is more of a red orange, and this one's more of a, I guess, brighter orange. So that's kind of interesting. You can see the laser, or yeah, the laser in between, or electricity, is kind of a paper in there, as opposed to this, which is a little different. And Anakin's over here was a little bit different as well, probably a little bit better than this paper that we see in the Action Fleet one right here. So I'm gonna do a little bit of a side by side. Besides this view, we're gonna do from the side now. So again, they are almost identical in size. This orange one back here is the Micro Galaxy, and this is the Action Fleet right here. Here's a little bit of detail of the engines. I didn't do really a hard look at it. So there you go. Here's the cockpit. I actually don't know if I have Sebulba, but there's a look at his ship or podracer. So very similar, same paint job, looks pretty good. Um, not the not the same color as I mentioned. But the scheme is accurate. So it's they're pretty identical. So you can do either or if you want. If you already have one or the other, just stick with it. But yeah, that's pretty much them side by side. Just for chuckles, I'm gonna measure each one. So this is about 7 inches exactly, and this is maybe a little bit bigger, 7.25. So almost identical in size. I guess the main difference is the Anakin's podracer. Definitely a big size difference. I forget which one would be more accurate. I know that his podracer is smaller than Sebulba's, but I don't know which scale is a little bit better. Usually, Micro Galaxy Squadron, their scaling is a lot better. So these two might be the correct scaling as opposed to these two. Lastly, I am going to show you the figures it comes with, and that is let me get a close up. So that is Anakin and Sebulba, as you can see there. Let me try to focus. So you can see Anakin is very weak in detail. He does have his helmet and those goggles, and they're about 1 inch in height, but not much detail. I believe the other one, the Action Fleet one, is a little bit better detail. But as for them overall, this is pretty cool. Look at the two comparisons side by side. This is the Micro Galaxy Squadron. This is the Action Fleet. So let me know in the comments which one is more to scale, meaning Anakin versus Sebulba's podracers. I know definitely that Sebulba's was bigger, but is this correct, the scale of the Action Fleet, or is this Micro Galaxy Squadron's correct? Anyways, there you go. So there you have it. There is a nice in-depth review on the comparison of the two. I hope it was pretty informative for you because I have many more videos like this. Make sure you check out the channel for more Action Fleet and Micro Galaxy Squadron line comparison. And not only that, a lot more Star Wars stuff. But I also have a ton of reviews on all types of things I collect, as you can see, DC, Marvel, uh, NECA, all types of stuff like that. Predator, Terminator, Ninja Turtles. I love it all. I collect it all. And don't forget to subscribe because I do give away several items that are featured on this show. So as always, hope you enjoyed this review and stay collecting, my friends.